Had you been trained specifically to look out for these sort of suspicious situations?
Yes, good morning. Yes, our company trains us on what to notice, what to look for, and I'm also in a group, Airline Ambassadors International, and they also train us to what to look for in certain situations like that.
It was incredibly quick thinking of you, though, wasn't it? To sort of, was it just the fact that she was looking disturbed and dressed very differently to her fellow traveller that made you think something's not right here? This isn't a couple of friends travelling together.
Yeah, it was very out of the ordinary. I noticed her, she just wouldn't give me eye contact. He was well dressed and she wasn't. So I'm like, that's odd. So I just wanted to get to the bottom of what was going on, because in the back of my mind, I was trying to let it go, and something just said, don't let it go, don't let it go.
So where did you get the idea? Because, of course, the gentleman wouldn't let you talk to her. He was getting very defensive. Where did you get the idea to leave her a note and then put it into the toilets so she could then write on the note for you so she wouldn't actually have to verbally communicate?
Well, as me and my coworker, we were on the beverage and snack cart, and I had to ask them would they like a beverage, and I was trying to get her to make eye contact with me, and my coworker distracted the gentleman, and I was trying to get eye contact from her, and she finally looked up, and the look in her eye was just heartbreaking, heartbreaking. So I excused myself to go to the back, and I just broke down. I cried because the look in her eye just made me extremely sad. And I said I have to get her to talk to me, to get her to respond to me in some kind of way. So I was in the back and I was trying to think. I said, God, just give me a sign, just give me a sign. So I just happened to stick my hands in my pocket, and I felt the pencil and paper in my pocket. And I said, if I could write her a note, if I could get her a note, then maybe I can see what's going on. And then I thought, I don't think he's going to let me give her a note. So I thought, how can I get this note to her? And I was leaning up against the lavatory of the aircraft, and I said, oh my God, I could put it in the lavatory. And I was thinking again, how can I get someone not to come into this bathroom, because the aircraft were full and it was 2 lavatories on board. So I said, I have to lock this bathroom so nobody else can get in here. So I went back up to the front to finish the service with my coworker, and she turned around and she looked at me. So while my coworker was talking with the gentleman, I got her attention, and I mumbled bathroom, and I kind of did a pencil sign with my finger, and she kind of nodded her head a little bit, and I said, oh my goodness, I hope she understands what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to do. So as we were finishing the beverage service, I saw them get up, and the gentleman let her out, and they were coming toward the back, and I said, oh my goodness, they're about to come and use the bathroom. So I stood there, and she approached me, and I said, hi, would you like to use the lavatories? And then she kind of nodded her head. I said, excuse me? And then he said, yes, she needs to use the bathroom. And I said, okay, okay. And I said, oh, you know what? You can go ahead and use this bathroom. This is for the crew, but it'll be okay if you use this bathroom. So I unlocked the bathroom, and I let her in that bathroom. And he was standing there waiting for her. And I was waiting with him because I was not gonna move. I was not gonna move. And she came out of the restroom, and they was walking back toward their seats. And I was watching them, so when they sat down, I ran in the bathroom and I said, oh, please God, please let her write something on this note. So I turned the note over, and it says, I need help. And right then I just broke down. I said, oh my God, I gotta help her, I gotta help her.
And what you managed to do, Shelia, you went up to the pilot and you mentioned it to the pilot, and you had sort of security ready to land. How long did you have between getting that note and then landing and security coming on the plane? Because that must have felt like a lifetime.
it felt forever. We were on our initial descent into San Francisco, so I had a small window, and I knew I had to work fast. And I picked up the intercom to call the captain, and I said, "Captain, we need the authorities to meet the plane because this young lady needs help. I don't know what kind of help, but she says she needs help." And I explained to the captain what was going on, and he says, "Okay." He said, we can make that happen. And we landed, and the flight attendant that was in the front, she announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, can you please keep your seats? Wow. The authorities have to come on and take care of a little matter, and we'll be with you in just a moment." And we was trying to keep it upbeat so we wouldn't alarm anyone or we wouldn't scare anyone. And they came on, and they went right to their seats.